Hey friends, it's Ryan. Welcome back to Stacking Stories. So I feel like Lego fans, specifically adult fans of Lego, they reach like this new level of craziness when they buy an entire Lego set just for one piece. And that happened to me a couple months ago now, and I meant to do this video a while ago, but just life happens. Um, and I want to explain why, and the reason why I didn't just go like on Bricklink and buy the piece. But it's this piece right here. It's this little tiny tree disguise. And yeah, there's a few other pieces at the top of it right now. I just love this disguise. It's so cool. According to Brickset, this is called Mini Costume and Knobs. And Bricklink calls it minifigure, headgear, head cover, costume tree trunk. But regardless of what you call it, I just think it's a super cool, unique piece because it does add a lot of storytelling to the Lego sets. Now, this piece has only been produced twice, to my understanding. I did a bunch of research on Brickset, and both sets are now retired, although one of them just retired a few months ago, and it pretty much is the same price still. But the two sets are 60174 Mountain Police Headquarters and 60267 Safari Off-Roader. And I got the Safari Off-Roader set. It was the cheaper of the sets, and it was the set that was retired at the time. And I just want to talk real quick about why I wanted this piece so much and why I chose to purchase the set instead of just going to Bricklink. Because on Bricklink, they do have the piece for 81 cents if you want to buy it used, or $1.10 if you want to buy it new, depending on the seller, of course. But one of the catches on Bricklink is that there are minimum, dollar amounts for orders, not to mention shipping costs. So for me, in order to really get one of these pieces on Bricklink, I would have had to spend around $10 worth of parts. It wouldn't have to be $10 of these, even though I could have bought like dozens of them. I don't really want dozens. And at that point, I might as well just buy the set. It was a $20 set. It was on sale on Amazon for $15. And it's a really cool set because it's one that my kids can enjoy. I have little kids who love playing with vehicles, and the Safari Off-Roader it really is a super cool little vehicle, especially with the stripes on the side. It comes with the lion piece, which is a cool little piece to add to the animal collection of Lego. And I mean, I like the little minifigure that comes with it too. I know that like the vest piece isn't like extremely unique. Comes in several sets, but I like the character who's the photographer, and he's trying to capture the wildlife scenes. And I love how the little like camera has like a round. I need to learn my Lego terminology as far as what the actual pieces are called. But the round piece that makes it look like it's like a zoom lens. So for me, really, the draw was something my kids can have fun with. I can do some photography stuff with it too, because I'm super into Lego photography. Here's actually an example of my first attempt at taking a picture of the character from the set in his little tree costume with a lion in the background. I don't 100% love the picture. I wish I would have taken it so the lion was a little bit more in focus. But I do like how it came out with the character kind of fleeing. But the real question is, why did I get this piece? Why was it worth it for me to get this one piece? And the answer for that is a little bit interesting, because I love Lego. I've loved Lego since I was a child. I grew up loving Lego. I had an 18-year dark age, which is a long time for a lot of adult fans of Lego. But for me growing up, I had a bunch of Lego sets. I wasn't the type of kid who would build their sets and then take them apart and build a lot of other things. I did that occasionally, but I liked my sets intact because of the storytelling aspect. For example, I had like some castle sets, some of the old Johnny Thunder Adventure sets, some Star Wars sets, a bunch of sets from a bunch of themes, but I loved the storytelling aspect. Of course, as a kid, I would get going and have my own adventures, but then even as I got a little bit older, I would do stop motion animations. And the draw for me for Lego, even though I love the building aspect, has never been like the mock creation. I'm not a mock creator, even though I do want to get into that. I want to make my own Lego city. I've started that a little bit, but for me, it was always the storytelling. The stories that I'm telling, as a child playing, and then moving into the stories I told stop motion animation, and moving into adulthood. Of course, I play with my Legos with my kids for sure, but beyond that, I love the idea of telling a story. So what I've done is I am creating a Lego kind of fictional character. His name is Carlsbad Billund. You might be able to piece together just based on random Lego clues out there in the world why I chose that name. But this character is a character that I made up, and I have this whole character arc for him. And I'm gonna have him go through a Lego city. He's actually the character that comes with the Lego Detective's Office modular. And he's going to be presented with a series of mysteries in the Lego city that eventually take him to places like, Land of the Pirates, Land of the Adventurers. I don't know if you guys remember the Time Cruisers and Time Twisters from the 1997, 8, maybe 1996 year, I forget what year it is. Lego Castle, like he's just gonna go through all these adventures and have this whole story arc planned. So this Lego character, Carlsbad Billund, is going to be my like entry way into kind of the world of storytelling through Lego again. And when I didn't mention, I'm going to be doing this through Instagram. So I've created an account for Mr. Carlsbad Billund. Has no followers, so if you feel like following it, there's a link in the description below. But really the goal through Carlsbad Billund is to tell a story through pictures and in the text in the Instagram descriptions of a character that goes through struggles. He goes through life, he goes through hardships, he goes through awesome epic adventures, and just has a lot of fun solving mysteries. And I really want it to be something where I can kind of present Lego fans with a story that's heartfelt, but also a story that is somewhat kind of feeds to the nostalgia factor that so many of us who grew up in the, whatever era, 80s, 90s, 2000s of Lego love. You see a character who can travel through these different eras and just have fun. So that's why I got this piece, because I want this character who's a detective to kind of go on some undercover mysteries, and I thought this piece would be perfect for him because just the amount of storytelling you can come up with. Like, why does this character have a tree on his head? Where did he get the tree? How is it helping him hide or solve his mysteries? I love Lego pieces that innately tell a story or give potential for storytelling. So that's what I am trying to do with this project. I know it's crazy, but it's something that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about storytelling. I love Legos. I love doing this with my kids. I love photography. And I love Lego photography. And this is a way to kind of marry all those things together in a way where I can tell my own stories for you guys. So that's my crazy rationale for why I bought an entire Lego set just for one piece. I'm curious, have you ever bought a Lego set just for one piece? And if so, which piece? In addition to that, my other question for you is, which Lego piece is your favorite of all time? I know that's a random question, but I'm just gonna leave you with that today. Thank you so much for watching. I know my posting has kind of been here and there over the last year or so. I really hope to become consistent and get to the point where I'm doing at least one video a week. Lego reviews, Lego photography tutorials, city building, those would be my main focuses as I try to build a community here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your answers to those questions from a few minutes ago below, and I'll see you hopefully very soon with a new video.